We are going to look at 3 things that you can share with your child's pediatrician to help them understand why you feel that your child is different. Hi parents, thank you for joining today. My name is Nanette. I studied to be a teacher. I've been working in the field of special needs for the past 15 years, and I'm also a parent to 3 children. We are all about sharing easy, practical, functional ideas to make sure that we are helping parents and teachers to support their children in the best way that they possibly can, to support our children in the way that they need to be supported, supporting them in a way that really works. So if you like what you're hearing today, or if you want more easy strategies to implement with your children, be sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel, because we would love to share these free videos with you. So let's look at these 3 things today that we can share with our child's pediatrician to help them understand why we feel our child is developing differently. Parents always know when something is different. We may even, when our child is feeling ill or starting with an illness, we may pick it up. We may know that they're not feeling well or they're not quite themselves, even before they have any symptoms, even before they're mentioning that they don't feel well. We just know because we're their parents. And the reason why we want to seek out answers and seek out support when we suspect that something is different with our child is because we want to learn how we can support our child in the way that they need to be supported. It's not always necessarily that there's danger lurking out there or it's something serious that you feel needs to be dealt with now. Not at all. But we want to learn about these strategies and the tools that we need to support our kids, and ultimately to also be able to teach our children how to fend for themselves and how to become as independent as they want to be and can be. How many times before have you heard, "Oh, he's a boy, he'll talk later, don't worry about it if he's not speaking yet and he's 3 or 4 years old"? Or, my youngest child also didn't look at me or make eye contact when I tried to play peekaboo with him. Sure, that's fine, and that may be other people's advice and things that you are hearing at the moment, but you, as the parent, know when something is different, and you, as the parent, your gut feeling is usually right. Don't doubt that. So whatever you are hearing, go with what you're feeling and what you are thinking, and seek out support and answers for that. Here are the 3 things that you can mention to your child's pediatrician. Things that you have picked up in your own child, and this is going to give your pediatrician a better idea of why you say and feel that your child is developing differently. Your child communicates differently. The second one, their special interests. And the third one, routines. So let's look at those 3 things. The first one, your child communicates differently. Now, this may not be that your child is not speaking or not communicating with you at all, but you are noticing differences. It could be that your child is 3 or 4 years old and they're not using words to communicate yet. That is a difference that you're picking up. However, it can also be that your child may be speaking, but it feels to you that they're not understanding a conversation really. Perhaps it feels like they're not speaking with you, but they're speaking at you. And you're picking up that little difference because you're noticing it's different to their siblings when they were that age, or it's different to their peers. And that is a valid concern or something to be wondering about. Then the second one, special interests. Now, it's absolutely necessary and good for all of us to have our own specific interests. And we are all interested in different things. And it should be that way. But you may be noticing with your child that he or she has very specific special interests. Perhaps it's 1 or 2 things that they are very interested in. It's all they want to do. It's all they want to think of. It's all they want to talk of. It's all they want to spend time on. And to the extent that you feel it's excessive, or what some people may call as obsessive interests, and you're picking that up as a difference. They are interested in these special interests in a different manner to their peers or perhaps to their siblings. And then the third one, routines are crucial. Now, don't get me wrong, routines are good and necessary for any child, for any person really. But for our child, routines are not just necessary, it's crucial. If there's a change, an unexpected change in routine, their world is upside down, their world falls apart. They cannot cope with unexpected changes. I'll give you an example. Perhaps you're planning a family outing to the beach this weekend, and you wake up on the Saturday morning and it's cold and it's rainy and it's definitely not beach weather. So now there needs to be a change in schedule, a change in plan. And you may share this with your children, and the siblings, perhaps they are also, of course, disappointed you're not going to the beach anymore, but you share ideas for a different outing. They get excited about something else, perhaps a different activity that you'll be doing, or they get interested in something else and they move on. For your child, they just heard that you can't go to the beach anymore. It's not just disappointment. It is absolutely devastating. They cannot cope with this change in schedule, this unexpected change. And here you are noticing that it's different to their peers, or it's different to their siblings, even when they were the same age. So these three things are things that you can share with your child's pediatrician that's going to help them get a clearer, a bigger picture of what you are picking up and noticing in your child in everyday life. Remember that with a visit to a pediatrician, with such an appointment, it's a very short period of time, and it's limited even what the pediatrician perhaps may even be able to see in your child in that time. And these little bits of information is going to help him or her to have a clearer picture, a more detailed picture of your child, not only at that time, but in everyday life where your child is at. We live in a very fast-paced environment with sensory input and changes and challenges constantly bombarding us, but also our children. Our kids need a safe space, and that can be you. We live by 3 C's, and that is the center of everything that we do. I'll share those 3 C's with you. Child-specific and interest-based. Always, the things that we do, the things we teach our children, keep it child-specific and interest-based. The second one, clear and concise instructions. And the third one, consistency is key. Thank you for joining today. I look forward to sharing more of these free strategies and videos with you. So make sure that you subscribe.